Why hello there, let's build a Minecraft easy survival house. Here's the material list if you need it, and if you aren't in the mood to actually build this, you can just download it from my Patreon, the link's in the description. Without further ado, let's get started. We're going to be using stone bricks for the foundation, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks long by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide. Now that we have this 9 by 5 block rectangular frame, we can just quickly break a few blocks inside here and replace them with dark oak planks. Once you've got the foundation built, you can move on to building in the walls, and these will be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks high, also made just from stone bricks. And with these last few blocks, I should have the base of the house in place, just like that. Now that we have this bottom level in place, all that we need to do is break a block in the corner like this and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak logs, just to get it to the exact same level as the initial foundation. There we go, easy enough. Right now, we're not going to connect them like we usually would. Instead, we're going to come to each of these corners and we're going to place a stair on each side with a dark oak slab over here, and then a dark oak log, well, rather 3 of them stacked on top of each other like that to work on the next layer. And you want to do this on every single corner. After you've done it on each corner, you should have something like this. Now you want to come to the middle, and we should have the middle because this was 9 blocks across. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th block, you break another block. You build another one of these dark oak columns and a stair going out with 1, 2, 3 dark oak logs on top of it as well, just to give another support in the middle. This should leave you with something that looks a little bit like a weird rib cage type thing. Anyway, now you want to take oak planks and start building the next level. And for those, well, for the next level, we're going to start 1 block out from the stone bricks. And you just want to make sure that you build that oak plank frame all the way around and make it at least 3 blocks high. Now the house is really starting to take shape. The next thing you want to do is take the dark oak logs and connect them at the top this time. Just, oh, not like that. Just like this all the way around. But I know what you're thinking, it looks a little bit weird right now because there's no transition between this stone brick and the oak planks at the top here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take dark oak slabs and place them just all the way at the top, on top of those stairs, all the way across. And then we're going to take dark oak trapdoors, or well, I like to call them chocolate trapdoors, and you're going to place them all the way around like that with a few more dark oak stairs at the bottom of each of these columns. And then it frames it a whole lot nicer. And you obviously want to make sure that you repeat that on all of the sides. Okay, but sure, it looks a lot better now, but it still looks kind of weird, and that's because this is kind of just completely flat here. So we're going to add even more of a transition by using dark oak gates, just all the way across the top of, well, every single section like this. Alright, now look at how nice and reinforced that looks. The next thing we're going to work on here is the roof. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with the roof, but don't worry, I'm going to walk through it nice and slowly with all of you. You want to make sure that you start with a stair, just right side up like this. Then you want to go turn around, place one upside down, place a block on top of that, another stair on top of that, switch around another stair, switch around another stair, switch around another stair, and then you want to place a block on top of this, another stair over there, a stair on, switched around, one more stair on top of that. And then you're going to come around here and place a stair upside down, but like facing the front. Switch around again, a stair the other way, and then one more stair upside down like that. And then you want to repeat that on this side as well. After you've done it on both sides, you can just make sure you connect all of those, well, those 2 frames at the bottom with more stairs. And then just come to the top here and you can connect it at the top here as well. And if you do want to do something a little bit more special, you can just kind of every other, or by skipping 1 block, oh, not there, you can just place another slab on top and give your roof a little bit of like a I'm not even sure what you call that, a little ridge at the top there. Alright, now that the frame has been fully built, we can just go and start filling it in. And to fill the frame in, we're going to be using spruce. And you just basically follow exactly the blocks that you placed. You don't have to place the blocks on the inside like these stairs like this, that's not necessary. You just want to go ahead and place the outer blocks that you're going to be seeing from the outside. And just like that, the roof is filled in, and now once the roof has been filled in, we can start working on a few of these windows coming out. And to do that, you want to skip one block here, start at the complete middle, you can line that up with this column. And you want to break 3 blocks over here. Actually, you know what, you can break 5, because we need to place a plank over there. And then you can take spruce stairs and bring it out kind of like this. I think you should actually break those as well. And that might allow you to just line these up a little bit better like that. And then you can just take slabs and continue the whole stepping detail type thing, just like that. And now you can take your stone bricks, place one upside down over here to make it look like you're supporting it. Then you want to place one facing like that. And you just want to kind of repeat what you did on the roof with this whole rotating pattern. And place one upside down there with another stone brick slab on top. And just like that, you have this little window that sticks out, and you can repeat that on the other side if you'd like to. I'm going to, because I like it quite a bit. Alright, the next thing we need to do is take your oak planks, come inside here and just build this part up like this. And then you might as well just go and build up all the way around it as well. Make sure you leave the gap open for the window there. And then you also want to make sure that this entire front or side section like this just gets completely filled up with oak planks. We're going to work on the window here after this step. Nice, alright, everything's been filled in. That means we can start working on that window detail. And to get started, you don't really need, well actually you shouldn't build this supporting beam across here, because that'll allow us more space to build a cool window detail over here. And to do that, we're going to place a slab on each corner over here with a flower pot and a cornflower or a flowering azalea, whatever you prefer. And we're going to go ahead and come over to these 3 blocks, and we're going to break all 6 of those out, like 3 by 2. And then we're going to place an upside down stair over here, 2 slabs on the side, a slab on the top in the middle here with trapdoors over there, oak fences to support this, the lantern right over here in the middle. And would you look at that, I didn't get glass out, so let me do that real quick. There we go, got the glass out. Don't forget to add the glass in for your window. And then you're going to come to the top over here, place a fence gate on both sides with a fence in the middle, which you can then hang a lantern from. And you want to repeat that on both sides. Alright, now that most of the structure's been built, we can get started on the really fun details. And to do that, you want to go to whichever side you decide is the front, and I'm going with the left side over here for the entrance. You want to break a 2 block gap, place a stair on top, and then place your door in over there just so that it has a nice step. Then you want to take dark oak slabs, place one on the bottom half of that block, then the top half of the next one, bottom half of the next one, and then top half like that, so that it kind of angles down a little bit. Then you want to take a dark oak fence, place 2 up to support there with 1 over there, and optionally you could put 2 on the other side as well. Now you also want to come to the top here and place in a few lanterns just hanging there. You could also use torches if you want. And come to the top here as well, place in a lantern over there just for some light. And optionally, just to make it look a little bit nicer, I like to just take a few pumpkins and pop them just around, like in a stack over here, however big or small you'd prefer. And I also use melons for it as well. Then on this side, I'm basically looking to do the same thing, but just with hay bales this time. And I'm going to repeat that on this side as well, but just with barrels, because I think it looks kind of nice and it's also extra storage. Additionally, you could also come to the top here and place in a flower pot with like a flowering azalea if you want, or whatever you really prefer. And then just remember to put the glass in here so that it's actually a window, and you can optionally also just cover that up over there so that it's a little bit smoother. But without further ado, let's get to one of my favorite details, which is the path outside here. I really like paths because they can add so much to the general environment and the atmosphere. And to do that, I've created kind of like a curvature system here. Basically, all you need to know is you need to just start by digging out an area that you would like your path to be, and I'll show you exactly how I plan on doing my path. And as you can see, I've dug out the general area that I'd like to use for my path, and then I also broke a few blocks around it just to allow the path to taper out a bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to frame the path with coarse dirt just on the outer edges. And you don't need to go too thick with this framing at all, rather go a little bit thinner. And then you just kind of want to climb in there with normal mud. And we're going to, along with this normal mud, we're just going to place in a few mud bricks on the sides, usually to make it look like those are the more, I want to say, well-maintained areas. Alright, now this is more or less how my path is looking. What I'm going to do to add even more color is just place a few pink petals on all of these coarse, small pieces of coarse dirt on the side here. And I might actually want to just, I don't know, come to each, like a middle section over here, place a fence with another lantern over there just to make it look nice. And what I'm also going to do is frame this even further with more stone bricks, well, stone brick slabs, just kind of like that. And as you can see, that really defines the bend a little bit better. I was not supposed to place that there. Just like that. I'm also going to place a few more slabs on the outer edges of it like this, only if it goes past this area I've marked out, which I'll explain to you guys shortly. One more thing you could do, because it does look quite flat, is just take a few jungle buttons and spread those across. Those can look like muddy pebbles. And then you can also use slabs and stuff to add a little bit more depth. I'm going to leave mine just like this because I quite like the simplicity of it. It just kind of makes the build pop out even more. Now, I'm going to explain what this path around here is. This is the area which I'm going to turn into my farm. This is going to differ for each one of you, however big you want to make it. And this little bit of framing is nice because it allows for further planning. Like now I know exactly where I need to put my water sources. So I can just come through here, and it's not really completely planned where I'm putting these, but I'm just using this sort of area and my eyes to just guess where exactly I'm going to need water. One more thing I do encourage you to do is to place a lantern on top of each of these slabs, because this will give your crops lots of light and hopefully that'll make them grow a lot faster even when it's nighttime. I'm going to be planting wheat over here because bread. There we go, nice. Now by the time we finish with the interior, we should have a whole lot of bread to eat. One more thing I do want to show you guys real quick. Something you can do to just add even more detail and texture to this house is add a few trapdoors and buttons, like spruce trapdoors and buttons, just scattered around here and there to add a little bit more texture. Oh, I don't want a button here. To add a little bit more texture to the roof to make it look a little bit more, I guess, used and worn. But anywhoozle, the house has absolutely no meaning unless you have a really good interior, and I'm going to make it super effective, and I'm going to show you how to make it look like really good too. And just to get started here, we're going to just build a floor in, or a roof and a floor, however you want to classify it. But just keep in mind, we're going to have a staircase in this corner. I know it's quite dark, so let's just add a few lanterns to get started with. Now you want to place a crafting table in the corner, a furnace with a blast furnace on top of that, a chest, a double chest right next to that with 2 trapdoors over there so that we can place a smoker and a stone cutter at the top here. Now, after that, you want to break this block. That's where the staircase is going to go. And you just want to place 3 stairs to take you up. Then you want to place a lantern over here with a piece of coarse dirt, sweet berries, a barrel like that. And then at each stair, you want to put a fence gate to make it look like a partial support for that stair. And then we're going to connect all of the fence gates with chains to give it like a cool little hanging feature. All right, looking good. Just keep in mind when you come up here, you're going to need to place another stair over there. And anyway, now we can get started on the top part here, the enchanting area. And just to get us started, I'm going to place a lantern in each corner just like that. And now we're just going to start placing in a few bookshelves. To be completely honest with you, this can be more or less up to your own taste, however you want this to look. You just want to make sure that there is indeed enough bookshelves so that you can get those 30 levels of enchanting. But to add a few extra details, I'm just going to be adding like a chest on top of there. That is also quite useful because you can keep your lapis in there and your enchanting books and stuff. Anyway, a grindstone to be able to disenchant the enchantments you don't want. And then it's also always a good idea to add a few lanterns around just to light it up a little bit more. Cool beans, the next thing you want to do is come to this corner, this side, kind of like when you go left up the staircase. placing two barrels over here with a ladder on top, and then a white bed with another white bed. Actually, no, not there, sorry. 2 trapdoors, and then another white bed on... Oh, this is kind of cool. Sorry. A white bed on top of there. You can pop a lantern on top of there just for some extra light. Hop on over to here, place a furnace, a crafting table, and a chest. Then you want to use even more trapdoors to... We're basically going to be giving this frame. So you want 4, and then you want to place 3, 4 more on top like that with a lantern over there just for some extra light, and there you have a nice little bunk bed. Then on the... Actually, wait, no, we can even still place a painting over here just like this. And then on this side, we're just going to give the... Well, we're going to put in a whole bunch of storage. I can't go higher than this. A whole bunch of storage over here, and yeah, I guess you can go as high as you want. I don't really want to go higher than the window here, so I'm just going to go up to there. And you can just fill this in with storage as well, however much you need, and there you go. That's the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to support me, check out my Patreon or just watch one of these videos next.